All right, time's now 4:45. That would be so cool. Let's get over to Peyton.
Wouldn't it? All right, we are tracking another hot day for you. No surprise there. We are in the heart of our summer months, and today is going to be no exception to what we're used to down here. 94 is what I'm going with as our high. The record 99, so we should stay shy of that, and chance of rainfall, wouldn't count on it, but a few downpours are going to pop up. Coverage about 30%, so a few storms will develop as we go through this afternoon. There is a full look at your map. You can see there everyone getting into the 90s, except maybe right near the coast. You'll stay about 88, 89. Heat index values will fill well into the 100s. North Shore, you might even approach 108 to 110. That's why we have that heat advisory for the North Shore and up along the river parishes. No break from the intense heat. We're in the mid-90s all the way through the weekend. Some days it'll be a little hotter. If you get a shower, one day it may be a little lower, but overall it's still going to be in the 90s. Every single day will feel certainly like the 100s. Average high 92, so we are going to be above that. Today's highs across the country, boy, the heat's on not only in the south, the Central Plains up to the north, Minneapolis 94. I was watching a forecast up in Chicago. Their forecast is actually looking very similar to ours where they'll be in the mid-90s. So a big part of the country is under this heat wave. You got to go all the way up to the Pacific Northwest before you even find some 70s, and you got to go in the higher elevations. But the United States is not the only one under a heat wave, and parts of Europe have been dealing with a very intense heat wave. Some of the hottest weather they have seen in generations, some locations, some of the hottest weather they have ever seen. And you got to keep in mind, when you start to get up into the UK, up towards London, very, very high up. That's the equivalent of going up towards Canada in our area. Now, of course, they have water to the north, but still very hot. And one of their locations yesterday recorded a temperature of 38 Celsius, which is the equivalent of about 101 degrees. That was the hottest temperature ever recorded in this village here of Santon Downham. Their average high, to put it in perspective, is 73 degrees. Let's compare that to if we were having this type of heat wave where we were 28 degrees hotter than our average high. It would have to be 120 degrees in New Orleans. That tells you how intense this heat wave is ongoing, not only here, but also over in the UK. So will we ever get to 120? No. The hottest we've ever gotten is 104 degrees, but it puts in perspective on how rare the heat is they're dealing with over there. Great to report out in the tropics really quickly. Nothing is forming. Next name is Danielle, but it is not on the immediate horizon. There's your 7-day forecast. Lots of 90s in there. It'll feel like the 100s, and yes, we will have a few pop-up storms each afternoon.